What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, my setting is a little different. I am back home for Thanksgiving break, thank goodness. Still got a little bit of homework to do, but I'm very, very happy to be home on break. And in case you guys are wondering, if you've been with my channel for a while, you know that I actually normally film downstairs in my room, in my basement. But currently my vanity is not set up, and since I'm only going to be home for a few days, I just figured I would do my video here with the natural lighting of my window right in front of me and not the really, really harsh yellow red toned light that is my basement. So that will begin in like 2 or 3 weeks when I'm home for actual winter break, but for now we are here in the kitchen and I have another like tutorial video for you guys. So I say that questioningly because it's going to be kind of a bit of a get ready with me. As you guys can tell, I have no makeup on right now. But a few days ago, I posted a picture on Instagram and then I put a poll in my story about whether or not you would want to see a video doing colorful eyeliner to make different colored eyes pop. So today I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make this into a series just because I don't have the time right now to be able to film like all 3 looks because I have some homework to do and I can't do it over several days. So I'm just going to make this into a series. I'm sorry, but I think that'll be a little bit more important. I can do some research about which colors very specifically match different colored eyes. But for now, I'm going to start with part 1, which is showing you the colors that match my eyes. And as you guys may or may not be able to tell, I have hazel leaning more towards green eyes. So this one is going to be focused mainly on what colors make hazel green eyes pop. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. So I've already primed my eyes, and right now I'm going to go in with the Kathleen Lights and ColourPop So Jaded palette. I'm not going to hold it up because it's just in right here. You guys have seen it before. And I'm going to go in with the color Rose Quartz, which is like a pinkier toned brown. I'm just going to take that on my normal crease brush that I use, the Moda crease brush. And I'm just going to put that very, very gently. So when it comes to these tutorials, I really want to make the eyeliner the star of the look. I don't want to do anything too heavy on my eyes and attract attention away from the eyeliner because I think that is the most important part. So we're just going to go very, very lightly into the crease and just put a really, really basic shimmery eyeshadow on the lid and then get into the actual eyeliner. So again, I'm just doing a very, very light hand with this just to get a little more definition in there, but nothing too extreme. And I'm using windshield wiper motions that slowly migrate into circular motions to really make sure that everything is blended out. And I would recommend using clean brushes for this, but currently I am in need of cleaning my brushes, so it's leaning a little more pink today than it normally does because I did a pink look with my eyes recently. So now I'm just going to go in with the Super Shock Shadow. I can never say that. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to go in with the Super Shock Shadow in the palette, which is the color Diamond. I'm just going to put that on my lid just to add a little something something to my lid without adding necessarily a lot of color. It's just going to add more shine and shimmer than anything. And if you want, you can use more of a satin finish eyeshadow with this look. I just like to use this one. Alright, so super quickly before we get into the eyeliner, I'm just going to take my smaller brush, which is this guy over here, and I am going to grab the color Pearl. I'm going to put that on my brow bone just to highlight that really quickly. So I don't have any actual colored liner, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Makeup Revolution, I Heart Revolution. I'm still confused as to whether they're the same company. I know that sounds really terrible, but like, total loss. The I Heart Revolution Fixing Spray in Peaches and Cream, which clearly I need to stock up on. And I'm going to go ahead and dampen a brush, and we're going to use eyeshadow for my eyeliner today, which is something you can totally do if you don't have colored liner. It just takes a little bit more precision, and some really precise brushes are in order. Or if you're like me, we're going to use another hack that you guys have seen me use before. And that, which I'm going to go get right now, is we are going to put tape on the corner of our eyes so that we can get nice precise lines. So for this look, I'm going to use this super angled, super precise liner brush, and I'm going to dampen it with the spray like I mentioned before. And then for this look, so greens and purples tend to really pop on hazel and green eyes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put green winged liner on the top and then purple on the bottom. So for this, I'm going to use the color Emerald, which is a satin finish shade. You can use a matte if you want. I personally really like the way that this looks. So I'm going to take the color Emerald on the damp brush, and I'm going to hold my mirror up so that I can be a little bit more precise. And I'm just going to start lining my upper lash line. And you can make this as thin or as thick as you want. Mine's going to be a little on the thicker side. And as you can see, I kind of picked a spot on the tape as to where I wanted the wing to go. I just connected it. Now I'm going to go in and finish the rest of the lash line. One thing to keep in mind is if you want a thinner line, you definitely need to have a very, very precise brush, especially because I've done this so often. Mine is a little bit on the thicker side. I don't know how much you can see that, but I don't tend to mind a thick liner. So just know that if you want something a little thinner, you might want to use maybe a very, very thin pencil brush or a tapered brush or anything like that. So there we go. So that's what the green liner looks like. And if it's not dark enough for you, then again, you can just redampen your brush and go back in, which is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to firm everything up, make it really pigmented. Perfect, just like that. And the other good thing about this tape is that if you make it long enough, like I did, then it's actually also going to catch the fallout that happens when you do this, because there will be more fallout with this look. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the other side, and then I'll catch up with you. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tape off. And you have a beautifully precise wing. Just like that. So if you're like me and you do have a little bit of fallout, I have a little bit of fallout right here on my cheek. You can kind of see it. I'm just going to take a really big fluffy brush and just brush that away. So that is the top eyeliner. So now we're going to go in with the bottom. So I'm going to take a little bit less of a precise brush because you don't need something overly precise for this. And like I said, greens and purples tend to make my eyes pop. So I'm going to go in with this angled brush from Moda, and I'm going to go in with a combination of the color Amethyst and Alexandrite, and those are going to go on my lower lash line, and I'm going to blend them out. See that? Oh, so pretty. And I take that about 3/4 of the way in, by the way. So now I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and blend that out gently. So now what I'm going to do, and this is totally optional, you don't have to do this, I've just found that I really, really like doing this with my looks like this, is I'm going to take a lighter shade of what I'm using for my top liner, and I'm going to put that in my inner corner. That way you're still having a little bit of color, you're doing something different with your inner corner than just a normal shimmery white, but you're also still making your eyes pop. So I'm going to take the color Peridot from the Kathleen Lights So Jaded palette, and I'm going to put that on my inner corner. And I found that this color especially just makes my eyes pop so much. Like, look at that. That's so cool. And there you go. It's something super easy and basic, but it also really makes your eyes pop, and it's also really glam. So now we're just going to go ahead and finish off the look. Okay, so now I've gone ahead and finished my makeup, and this is what it looks like. Because the eyes are so colorful, I do tend to go with more of a neutral lip when I do this look, but that is just personal preference. And so yeah, that is all that I have for you guys for part 1 of what will probably end up being 3 or 4. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed and found it helpful, and are looking forward to the next 2 to 3 videos that I do of this. Just fair warning, I do have quite a few reviews coming up. I'm very, very excited, and I hope you guys are too. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Happy holiday season, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye, everybody.